In this project, we show how words can be actually more powerful than weapons in the context of civil conflicts. In particular, if you look at conflict resolution policy, one of the main challenges that these policies have faced is to figure out how you can encourage individual rebels to give up arms and come back home to their communities. Under this is particularly true in the context of remote impenetrable areas where conventional military operations are not that easy to undertake, and also it's very hard to reach out to rebels. In this context, we look at how defection messages sent over the radio to rebels can actually encourage them to come back home. While such a policy has almost slipped past popular media, these policies have been used in several contexts, including the FARC conflict in Colombia and also more recently in the Boko Haram conflict in northern Nigeria. I, together with my colleagues Alex Armand from the University of Navarra and Paul Affel from the University of Michigan, study such radio defection messaging in the context of the Lord's Resistance Army conflict in Central Africa. The Lord's Resistance Army conflict, or the LRA conflict, starting in Uganda, has ravaged societies across several countries, including Uganda, Central African Republic, South Sudan, and the DRC. And under this context, certain individual radio stations, with the help of sometimes international organizations, have tried to send defection messages to rebels fighting in the bushes to encourage them to come back home, sometimes using family members who reach out to them, expressing their desire to take them back should they give up arms, and also providing them with information about where they can actually go back if they decide to give up arms. And so far there have been no studies showing whether such strategies can actually be effective. Under this context, we show that gathering data from across these countries and gathering data on radio messages sent across different radio stations, we show how this radio messaging strategy has been successful in reducing conflict in these areas. In fact, there has been a surge of people returning from these conflicts, which led to a reduction of 7% in fatalities in the areas which received the radio signals which were sending out radio messages. And this is a powerful result because sending out radio messages is a low-cost intervention and something that can be easily replicated in other areas across the world which are facing civil conflicts.